In this fourth video, I discuss course and university policies. During the course of the term, you will complete 3 modules. In each module, you must 1. Read 3 chapters from our course reader, as assigned. 2. Complete 3 sets of rhetorical reading notes for these chapters, 1 apiece. 3. Compose 2 summaries for these chapters. You'll be able to choose which chapters you wish to summarize. And then 4th, finally, compose 1 project paper. These again are discussed below in the appendices. As concerns conferences, before you submit your final project paper in any of the 3 modules, you must visit the Writing Center for a 30-minute face-to-face session with your instructor or graduate teaching assistant. You may schedule these visits through the calendar link in the course blackboard. If you don't visit the Writing Center with your rough draft, you may not submit your final copy for grading. As a result, you will receive a 0 for your project paper. If you do not bring your rough draft with you to the meeting, your session will be canceled and you must reschedule the meeting. Once you have received a grade for your paper, you must schedule a follow-up visit to the Writing Center to review your paper with your instructor or GTA. However, if you do receive a grade of 85% or higher on this paper, you may opt out of this requirement. In this way, you must attend 5 workshops throughout the course of the semester, but may take advantage of the Writing Center as your schedule permits, as well as your commitments. That is, you can come as many times as you like, but no fewer than 5 times. 3 assignments and module due dates. Module 1, you will complete this by the 7th of February at midnight. This is a Friday. 2, the second project and module you must complete by the 14th of March by midnight. And project 3 then will require you to finish by the 18th of April. In this way, you're given approximately 5 weeks to complete all coursework. This includes reading 3 chapters, writing 3 sets of rhetorical reading notes, writing 2 summaries, drafting and revising those summaries once more, drafting and revising and writing the project paper, and then repeat. Email. Some important information about emailing. Beyond courtesy and respect, I ask that as you have questions or concerns or you want feedback on your drafts, you should email me or your GTA to discuss these. We do our best to respond to your email as quickly as possible during weekdays. However, please again, don't expect email responses after 5 p.m. on Friday or before Monday at 10 a.m. You should nonetheless ask questions as you have them, weekend and weekday alike. When you do email us, please be sure that your subject line includes the following information: ENC1101/your last name. This helps us to discern which emails are coming from which courses, as our Writing Center GTAs deal with more than just our course 1101 students. If you fail to identify yourself in your email, I cannot respond to your email. All email that I receive has an N number attached to it, but if I don't have a person's name to respond to, I don't know how to respond to that person. So please be sure to sign your email. Also, be sure that you follow professional email correspondence standards. Use an opening address that identifies your recipient. For example, Dear David, Hi David, David, comma, Mr. McKinnon, comma. Please, please, please spell check your email before sending it. This is not texting. You don't need to come off as though you are texting. You're not sending SMS, you're sending email. And always sign your email. Let the reader know who's sending the email. As concerns late assignments, in this course, you have 5 weeks to complete all work. Therefore, you have every opportunity to budget your work accordingly across 35 days approximately. For this reason, there is no reason for me to accept late assignments. You must follow all prescribed module deadlines. If you do not submit your work by a deadline, you cannot receive a grade. Nonetheless, in order to pass this class, you must submit all work. Even if you do receive a 0 on a piece of writing, you must submit that work to satisfy the course requirements. While I identify all terminal deadlines for each module, you may submit your final drafts earlier in advance of these deadlines. But you must nonetheless submit all work to include 3 rhetorical reading notes, 2 summaries, and 1 project paper by the end of the term. After this deadline, you may still submit your work again, but you will receive a 0 in the course grade book. University policies. This applies to all classes at UNF. I won't go through this specifically, and I expect you to read through it to make sure you understand what's expected of you and opportunities you may have to help yourself as needed. Always be civil. Always be tolerant. There's no reason to be rude and disrespectful towards any of your classmates, to me, or your GTAs. None of those actions will be accommodated. Students with disabilities. If you have a disability that requires any sort of accommodation, please contact me or have the DRC contact me. I'm very happy to make any accommodations that you need. Violations of academic integrity, cheating, fabrication, multiple submissions, and plagiarism. None of these are tolerated. This is an online course, so many people think that if they can't find information in their textbook or they're too lazy to find it, they can just Google it online. None of the material I use comes from online, so when you go to Google to find those things, you may find related material, but you will not find the material I use. It doesn't come from a textbook. It doesn't come from anywhere but my head during the moment. I have had experience in the past where students will take test material, post it online for help, and then use answers from the internet to provide their answers. This is cheating. And no other way can you see it than cheating. So please be sure that you limit yourself in how you use Google and other resources in that way. Some helpful student resources you may find. The Academic Center for Excellence offers some helpful ways to look at your writing, your math, and any other courses that you may be taking. The UNF Counseling Center offers private one-on-one sessions, and they will listen to anything that you want to talk to them about if you have any questions, problems, or having difficulties adapting to life on campus. The campus police are available 24 hours a day. The Women's Center and Victim Advocacy Program is available. Let's see. Then we also have Military and Veterans Resource Center. They, if you are in the military or a veteran, they have some really good resources. Finally, FERPA. This Family Education Rights and Privacy Act guarantees your privacy of material. In this way, you need to know three things. Primarily, this is the one that comes up the most. I cannot discuss your grades with you via email. If you email me to ask me about your grade or what your grade is, I cannot discuss it with you through email. All of my email are public records. That means that any citizen can request those materials and review that. If my email contains your grades, then that violates your rights to privacy. If you want to set up a telephone meeting where you can verify your identity over the phone or meet me in person, I'm happy to discuss your grades. If your parents have an interest in your grade or something happening in our class, okay, they need to make sure they have paperwork filed on hand through you, through One Stop, that shows me that they have signed a waiver letting your FERPA rights kind of go by the wayside while they have access to your grades or your concerns. Thirdly, if you fail this course and you are on financial aid, I am legally required to report your attendance record to the financial aid department. In the next section, then, I briefly go over our appendix materials for assignments.